SANCCOB's headquarters in Cape Town is the heartbeat to rescue, treat and ultimately release seabirds back into their natural environment. But wild animals do not flourish in easy-to-reach surroundings. A critical colony of the ever-dwindling number of African penguins reside on Robben Island. From land, the rocky outline can be seen in the distance. Here, Yandisa Kwekwe is the only SANCCOB penguin and seabird ranger.
As a ranger, we do this by rescuing injured, sick, oiled or abandoned chicks and eggs, and then we send them over to SANCCOB where they will be rehabilitated and then released back to the wild.
The battle for food is an immense challenge for African penguins. This is impacted, among others, by human activities. Last year, the Department of Forestry, Fisheries and the Environment announced the closure of fishing grounds around 6 breeding colonies. Welcomed at the time, SANCCOB and BirdLife South Africa are now, however, approaching the courts. The organizations say the department did not take on board a critical recommendation.
At the moment, the closures are not really solving the problem of the competition between the penguins and the industry. So we're asking the court to assist us in that matter. It's not a silver bullet. It's not going to solve all of our problems, of course, but we think it's going to give the penguins a fighting chance to find enough food to survive going into the future.
The African penguin will be listed as a critically endangered species this year still, making the work of rangers in remote areas such as island colonies vital. Being away from loved ones is particularly hard, but Kwekwe's immense passion propels this marine scientist. As the only ranger for SANCCOB that works closely with other research teams, she spends prolonged periods on the island, meticulously monitoring the precious penguin colony, which can be very tough.
Having to work under extreme weather conditions, and sometimes when I rescue birds on Robben Island, and maybe on that day the weather is bad, it is difficult to send the birds over to SANCCOB. So that is also one of the challenges that I face.
The forecast is not good for African penguins, and there are legitimate concerns that the species may become extinct within a decade. Without the work of rangers like Kwekwe, the species would, however, long since have perished.
She may be stuck with situations where the weather is very bad and boats are not possible to transport the birds back and forth from the islands. And she would have the responsibility of stabilizing birds herself without any assistance, without any fancy equipment, just her and her expertise and her, of course, dedication and passion. And that's really what shines through.
And despite the odds, rangers like Kwekwe battle on, believing every little bit of effort makes a great difference.
To all the rangers out there, I would like to encourage them to keep up with the good work for the benefit of the future generations.
Mariska Botha, SABC News, Cape Town.